Hey there, Assassins! Welcome back to another Wheelassassin guide. We are back on my Stranger Things world because we have one final massive Stranger Things tutorial for 2022, which is awesome. It is actually, of course, Brimborn Steelworks. Oh, there we go. Brimborn Steelworks, not just Born Steelworks. Born Steelworks. If James Bond owned a steelworks. Wow. Yeah, so this is actually a very, very big project. From this angle it doesn't look very big, but when we start building it's going to be, you know, pretty intense. So it is probably going to be multiple episodes. I'm not really certain how many just yet. I put aside maybe 2, I'm thinking 2, but it could even be 3, I'm not sure yet. So we're going to get building and then we'll sort of, you know, find out as we go, really. But yeah, this thing is awesome. If you guys didn't check out the short already, there'll be a link to it in the description, so if you wanted to go and watch that, see if it's worth building firstly, then feel free to check it out. If you've already seen it and you sort of know what's to come, then I hope you're excited, because we do have a lot to do, and it is going to be great. I wanted to say that, you know in Minecraft you have the pigs with the carrot on a stick to make them to walk forward and move around and stuff. That keeps them motivated, of course, wanting to go places. You motivate them with that carrot. For me, building big projects like this Stranger Things tutorial behind me, to keep me motivated to actually finish it, is chocolate. I have to dangle a little bit of chocolate above the TV in order to keep filming. No, no, I'm joking, but I do actually have chocolate, and I'm saving it for after this video, because I want to get this project done, and then sort of have the reward afterwards. You know, it's like my motivation. So anyways, that is enough talking for today, because we need to get building, so I can go and have the chocolate. Let's go for it. Okay then guys, so step 1 is going to be to build ourselves a border. Now I have the dimensions here already. I'm going to quickly go ahead and build my border, and then I'll say to you guys what these dimensions are, because they are huge. So I recommend pausing the video when we get to that section, and then going ahead and building your own border. I've chosen red concrete for my one, just because it's very vibrant, and also stands out from the rest of the materials used in my original Brimborn just over here. As you can see, the border looks hideous around this one, but it's very necessary, of course. So yeah, you can build it in your own city then. Let's go ahead and make this border, then I'll tell you the dimensions. Okay then, so to get yourself started, you're going to want to build a border this big. I have no idea how big this actually is. Like, you know, in real life we'd say like, oh, this is worth like 3 football pitches. I genuinely have no idea, but this is a lot of blocks. It is going to be 106 blocks along this way. So if I spin around, you basically want a giant rectangle with the long, like the width of it, being 106, and the top one there as well being 106 blocks. And then directly on the sides, you're going to want 66 blocks up here. Now the 66 starts counting on the first block of the 106, so just here. And then of course it ends on the first one of the new 106 up here. So every single block is recounted on the corners. So this would be the first one of 66. It would also be the last one of 106 this way. I really hope that makes sense. But everything within this grid is going to be for actual building work. And as you can see here, I bordered only the steelworks itself and not the road. The road was a little extra detailed just to make this diorama seem a bit more sort of realistic. Yeah, we're going to forget that at the moment. We're just going to work on the building. So yeah, that is all you're going to need. 106. So along the corridor, 106. Up the stairs, 66 blocks. You guys got this? Double check your work, of course, and then we can crack on with the tutorial. So for step 1, I thought we'd start off with something quite simple. And this can also check your sort of dimensions here for this big border. So it saves you having to count like every single time to double check things. You can kind of double check using this method. So you see the train line back there that goes right behind the steelworks. You can imagine that when this was an operational steelworks, which by the way it is a real place, it's just you know, abandoned and things now, they would have transported all the steel via train, because it's much quicker, much easier to get across land that way. So and also because steel is very heavy, you can't exactly fly that about. So we're going to need ourselves some gravel, some polished andesite stairs, and some spruce slabs as well. So coming down this side to the sort of bottom left of your big old rectangle just here, you want to leave yourselves 2 lots of grass blocks just here, 1 and 2, and then we'll start here with our gravel. Now what I'm going to do is, for now I'm going to build myself, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to go 5, 6, and about 7 blocks like so. Just in my gravel like this. This will then allow us to add ourselves in another 7 just next to it. Still leaving those 2 grass blocks, of course. And then we start with a sleeper just here, which goes in between railways. And then we'll do ourselves 1 polished andesite stair, 2 more bits of sleeper, polished andesite stair the other way around, and 1 more sleeper that way. Now then, of course, when the border isn't here, we can actually extend the gravel out another layer as well. But as we're sort of doing this via the border, we'll leave everything just in this dimension at the moment. Now if you want to go ahead and run your gravel right the way to the end of the border, literally the entire way, all the way to the edge, then the railway stops down here. Now of course, if this was a real building going into your city, you can make the railway go way beyond the border on both ends. But as we're going to stick to just what we have here for now, then we'll only do it this way. What we're trying to do here is we want to be left with ourselves 34 of the sleepers between the rails. And that will then allow us to make sure that we've got enough space ready for the actual building itself. Well, buildings, we actually have multiple, as you can see. So that's pretty cool. So if you want to go ahead and fill in this gravel just here, beyond that point just there, all the way to the very end, and then we'll start working on some rails. So there we are. It looks like we're painting like a giant mural, but it will come together, of course, in the end. Now that looks really good. So if we come down back to our sort of start of railway down here, we can then go ahead and zip some of these stairs right the way to the very end. So these are nice and simple to build. You just literally continue this. Now it may get a little bit dull, so you might want to put some music on, vibe on the way down. Actually, when I was planning this tutorial, because it was a very, very big one, I like to listen to like podcasts when I'm doing stuff. And before I was listening to the Batman podcast that they kind of released, that was official and stuff. That was pretty cool. But I finished that quite quickly because these tutorials, like I said, take a long time. So I was listening to one of my favourite ones, which is actually like a scary, kind of spooky story one about folklore and all that crazy stuff. And it's very interesting. I'll have to drop a link in the description. But yeah, if we go 2 blocks away from the previous sleeper for each of these, then we hopefully, by the time we get to the end, don't count on the way there just in case. But when we get to the very end, then we can come back and count these and see if we have ourselves 34. If we have one more than that, then I may need to go double check my counting and then double check the border. But hopefully we have 34 in here, and then we can continue with everything just here. Perfect. Yeah, it ended a block away there as well, so that's good. It's looking good so far. Right, now we can check. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 33 and 34. Whew, okay, good news. Now if you want to come to the other side and just try and speedrun if you can, and then of course fill in between the tracks as well. You guys got this? Go for it, and we'll be back in a moment. Now then, we are not hanging about today. We're going to get started with that little outbuilding just on this side of the border. Now you can imagine this would be like a storage area, so all the steel that is being produced and things from the main factory goes into this little like storage area, and then probably shipped onto the trains, or even this could be like a little garage for the trucks. I'm not sure, but it is a little building anyways that we need to get done. We're going to take ourselves some waxed exposed cut copper, some grey stained glass, some waxed exposed cut copper stairs, some granite wall, some polished granite slabs, polished granite the block, a flower pot, stone brick wall, and some waxed oxidized cut copper slabs as well. Very, very long names. Right, we're going to start with the first part of our train track, so down here. So the very first one we made. We're going to go next to the gravel, so here we go. And then we're going to leave a block of grass just here empty. And then we're going to start just here, so the one next to that empty block of grass. Now we're going to build 2 layers firstly. And this can actually go right the way along, so we'll just kind of simulate where that's going to be, just there. Then we're going to go 2 blocks up, which is where we'll add a window next to this one, just here. Then we're going to add a stair on top of the window, and then a block next to the stair just here. That way we can then stick ourselves granite blocks just here, and also a block out to the left of the building, just here. And then we can do ourselves slabs as well. And that's going to be the start of our roof. So it's quite a tall building in all honesty. If you think of a Minecraft character being only 2 blocks high, then the building itself goes up at least, well, 5 blocks just here, and then of course the roof is sloped as well. So it's pretty crazy. So now we're going to continue this along. We'll go with another kind of pillar of blocks just here, and then we want a double window. So we're going to go for 2 blocks, our window in here, stair above every single window, remember that of course. Then we'll do a pillar, and then we'll do our window design just here as well, like so. Now on the next pillar of blocks, we now want to add in ourselves a granite wall, and it's going to be like a support beam, I guess, for the entire building. Then we'll continue the roof along, with the slabs of course as well, and then we'll go beyond this for 2 more kind of singular windows. So we section off 3 at a time like this on this side, which actually looks really good. Let me just double check this is all looking fine. Some of my original ones have vines on the windows, so I can't quite tell if they're in the right positions, but no, it's looking fine. Okay, so then we'll come back to this one. We'll go 2, 2, and 2. This one's going to be a pillar in the middle, just there, so you can build it up to the same height as the others. And then we'll do ourselves the cut copper stairs in there. Our windows in here. Pillar on this side, which is also going to have a support beam on it, like so. Then we want another one the exact same as this one, so 2, 2, and 2. Pillar in the middle. Windows on either side. And then your stairs like so. Then we'll have a normal pillar on this side with a support beam. And I believe that's the last support beam, so there's only 3 on this building in total. Then we want to go ahead and build the last one, which is going to be same as the original one down there, so just 3 windows. So you can do 2, 4, 6, 8 like so. Window here, pillar just here, stair above the window, stair here with 2 windows of course there as well. Another pillar just here, blocks there, window, stair just like so, and the pillar on this side as well like that. So you have 3, 2, 2, 3, just like so. Looking pretty good. Awesome. Now then, it's a little bit tricky down this side because you have to kind of mix up the roofs a little bit. So as you can see here, the actual main steelwork building kind of comes out from this roof here. That may look very complex, but it's not too bad. So we'll take ourselves these granite blocks and we go right the way along, just to that step there, not this one over here. Then we'll take ourselves the slabs in front of that one, so that we have the rest of the support beams kind of supporting, doing their job like so. Then we can take ourselves the waxed oxidized cut copper slab. We want to build ourselves a block next to the slab here, and then we'll stick a slab in front of it, and that is how we get it to be just a little bit further over than you know, this roof just here. Like I said, looks complex, but it's actually not too bad. You can either build yourselves a block in here, or you can use a granite one, up to you. But as long as you have a waxed oxidized cut copper slab on top, then all is in order. Sweet. Okay, let's move ourselves upwards. So we're going to bring the roof up, and then we'll slope it back down as well. And that way we can have the entire roof of the building there, and all it is a case of doing is adding in the walls. So pretty simple. Okay, so next step is of course adding in another layer of slabs. So if you wanted to come to the back of this and add in another layer of polished granite, you know, feel free to do that, and then put your slabs on top, and then remove the polished granite from under it. This may be like a longer process than what I'm thinking of doing, but if you wanted to do this, be my guest, that is absolutely fine. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to start from the edge, so down here, as you can see just there, and I'm going to build this edge up, and then I'm going to bring it along for the rest of the roof. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for a slab and a block together, each and every time, and I'm going to make sure I have myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these blocks, and then 6 is where we're going to meet in the middle. So 1, 2, slab here, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, and then of course slab up here, block, slab. So that's now 6 blocks just there, and that is what you want, just like so. Now I bring this down to the other side, so we do 5 blocks, so block here, slab, block, slab, block, slab, and then a block down here as well. Oops, slab. Perfect. Just double check you have yourselves. Oh, that's 4. That's where you gotta double check. And then slab just there. So now we have ourselves 5 on both sides. It looks a bit strange at the moment, of course, because we have ourselves a you know, no wall on this side, so it looks like it's just suspended in midair. But that'll be fine in a second. Just double check again, it's in the same line. It is. Perfect. Awesome. So now we can drag ourselves the roof, sorry, along to our stopping point, which is just here. We do the same for all of these blocks. So it's actually quite fun, this part. I quite like filling in roofs. It's quite satisfying. And it is one of the longest sections, so once we get this out of the way, it's all easy sailing from here. Same with the big building. They're quite desolate places, so we can just quickly get the roofs done first, and then work on the fun stuff afterwards. So if you guys want to do the downside on your own, and the up above as well, it's all the same, so you just carry on with your granite in the middle, slabs on either side, and then all the same as what we've just done here, coming back to that same position. You guys got this? I believe in you. Let's get this done. So there we are. Look at how nice that is looking. That looks really good. You think it wouldn't look great because it's all like browns and kind of speckled kind of parts of blocks, but actually it looks really good. If you now want to go up to the top here, where we have the slab kind of going either side of this block, bring this layer out and then the downside of it out a layer as well. This will make sure that the roof that overhangs the building on this side won't be able to do it anymore on the front side, because then it goes into the normal Brimborn roof up there. So we're trying to separate the two buildings. And you can also do the same now with this, so you can do with the slab block thing. So we do that, slab here, block, and so on and so forth. So you literally, it's pretty simple now. We just, yeah, we get the same thing going here. So we do a block there with the, oops, sorry, slab there, block up there. Okay, bit trickier. You see what I'm doing? So we do ourselves literally the same thing, so slab and block, just a slight bit past this. So literally like a slab layer past all of these different blocks here, like that. Pretty cool. So we do slab here, block, slab, and then we go into the main building. That's fine, like so. Let me show you what I'm on about, just because my explaining is not very good. Let's come on down to this one. So if you see here, we end it on a slab, and that goes right next to the top there, and right the way alongside the building. Pretty cool. Alright, so coming back over here, if we take ourselves some flower pots, we can build these little kind of chimneys that go on the top of this building. Now there's going to be 3 blocks in, so 1, 2, 3 in the middle just here. Slap a flower pot down. Then leave a gap of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On 6 is where you place a new one. Then we'll leave ourselves a gap of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On 5, place 1. Then we'll leave ourselves another gap of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place 1, and you should be left with 2 blocks on the end, same as that other side. Perfect. That looks really good, guys. Well done. Nice work. Okay, so if we come around to the front, we're going to start to build the rest of the walls for this building and call this a day. Keep yourselves all of these materials because they will be used again. Let's go for it. Okay, so back to this building over here. I've just swapped out my flower pots for some polished granite stairs as well. What I'm going to do firstly is I'm going to come to this side, the very open sort of air area. I'm going to take myself my waxed exposed cut copper, and I'm going to take it from along this wall here, and I'm going to bring it right to the other wall down this way. So literally to the front side. So if we go ahead and start from here, bring it across, and we want to line up with the top of this kind of block on its own here, but the second one in, this one just here. Maybe worth dragging it down from the top there, and then that'll give you like a stopping point just there. Now what's awesome about this wall is we can literally go to town and just fill in every single block here. There is no windows. There are no windows, sorry, bad English. So there are no windows here. It is a completely blank wall, so we can just go ahead, speedrun fill this in. The best type of walls. I think I remember on the Wheeler house we had to do 2 of these exact walls with the same sort of pattern as well for the roof, which is quite cool. But yeah, that was awesome because the Wheeler house is a hard tutorial, so having ourselves like a little break just to do some blank walls, always appreciated. Alright, let's come on to this section over here. You now want to go ahead and build yourselves another blank piece of wall here, just like so. Now we're going to do a window, so we'll do a block here, we'll do an entire pillar just going straight up to the roof, and then a block here. That leaves a 3 block gap for a nice window in there. Then we're going to make another pillar just this side, so we leave 2 blocks between our windows. Then we'll build another window in here. Same design, 3 blocks high. Now we'll do ourselves 2 more blank pillars, 1 and 2, and now we're going to build like an arched doorway. This will then, like, you know, can be used for trucks to come in and out of, or like I said, for storing some of the steel that they're using. So we're going to go ahead and take ourselves some polished granite stairs. We'll do 1 just here, so a block down from the roof, and then we'll fill it in with our waxed exposed cut copper. Then we'll do another stair upside down here, a slab there, a stair just here, exposed cut copper, and then granite just there as well, granite stair. And now we bring down another blank pillar just here, and then actually this entire wall is blank, so we can build this right to the end. So if we go in line with our previous, which is just here, like so, just make sure it's in line. Yep. Perfect. Then you build this up to the roof there, and then close this entire wall up. This is next to like a raised pathway, so we don't add any windows in here, otherwise they'll be kind of chopped off by the pathway there. Perfect. And then we keep this wall open because it goes into the major factory. So yeah, that's awesome. Coming on to the inside, oh actually before we go into the inside, there's like a little chimney thing over this way. We go 2 slabs along on the roof, and on the 3rd one, before reaching this window, we bring stone brick wall from the floor here, and we go just up to this block, and then 4 blocks past it. 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like so. Cool. Now on the inside of here, we need to kind of close up the roof. I'm pretty sure this is already done for us. Well, most of it. So on the inside here, you might just want to add in yourselves a couple blocks every now and again. Just there, like so. Cool, and then we have a blank 3 blocks above. And yeah, a nice kind of smoothed over roof, which looks really good. Sweet, so that is one little building done. We have ourselves the massive Brimborn to get done yet, but this is really good progress. You should be proud of this. Alright then, Assassins, we need to take ourselves some new materials. We need some andesite slabs, some iron bars, some oak leaves, some mangrove leaves, which look awesome by the way, polished andesite stairs, and actually some dirt, which I don't use dirt very often, but we're going to need it. Let's go firstly down this way. We're going to take ourselves some iron bars. We'll take 2 lots like so. So they're the height of a person. And we're going to bring this right to the edge of the border just here. Like so. And then right the way, about 3 blocks before we reach the corner of the border, down here. Please bear in mind, of course, we've skipped the road, but we haven't skipped the actual border of the building. So we're going to need to keep this border intact and stop trespassers coming in and, you know, destroying the Mind Flayer. So, let's take a second layer just here, right the way along this way, and stopping just here. Then we do ourselves 2 oak leaves just next to it, 4 mangrove leaves, like so, and then a dirt block here, and then finally polished andesite stair and 2 iron bars like so. I know, it looks really cool at the moment. No, this is going to go right the way along the road if we do get to build that one. And then of course there's going to be like a hedgerow kind of along here as well. Instead of it all being just iron bars and looking really, really miserable and boring, you know, we went ahead and added in a bit more kind of nature taking over the place, which is why we have so many leaves. But yeah, that borders off the whole place nicely. Good stuff. Now we're going to build ourselves 2 kind of piles of what look like gravel. But as we don't have gravel slabs, we're going to take ourselves some andesite slabs because it's a very gravelly looking material without being gravel, if that makes any sense. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and on 4 we're going to stick ourselves 2 slabs here. Now as I say, we want to build ourselves piles, so 2 piles of this material. So we're going to go ahead and kind of level this out, so we have slabs and then we're going to build some blocks and so on and so forth. Coming around the corner, let's do 2 more. Then we'll do ourselves 2 blocks, and then 1 slab just here. Then I'll do 2 more slabs, a block, slab this way, 2 slabs back to the right, block, block, spin my picture around just here so I can see a bit more, spin myself around, slab, and then a slab here. Now I'm going to build blocks in here for this entire level, which is fine. As you can see, it's starting to look like a bit of a pile of kind of rubble here, which is good. Then we'll do slabs here, 4 slabs in there, and 2 more slabs there. Awesome. You can build yours entirely how you wish, but I'm going to use mine for building my sort of road area as well, so I'm going to use it to my advantage, so that's why I've done this one just like that. Now I'm going to build one just next to it, just over here, just 2 blocks away. So 1, 2, slab just here, slab up, slab in there, 1, 2, 3, 4 slabs just here, 1, 2, 3, 4 slabs back there, 1 back on itself just there. Then I'm going to come to the top, up this way, 2 blocks in here, 1, 2, 3 slabs that way, block right against the fence, slab, block right against the fence, and then we're back on ourselves over here. Might just add in another slab just there. I think there's another slab back there. Yeah, awesome. Once again, we'll do the blocks in between these, all the way around, making the strange shape like so. And then we want to do ourselves 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4 slabs like that. Again, nothing too fancy or drastic, but just enough kind of material there to make it like a pile of something. Perfect, that looks really good. And now we can grab ourselves new materials for the road, which is going to be made of gravel and stone, and then that way we can use these to our advantage to make that sort of corner that goes around here. It's a bit of a zigzaggy corner, which is why I added it in these first. Okay then, this next section is going to be quite long, so definitely stay tuned. If you need to pause the video because it gets a little bit tricky or anything, please remember you can do that, absolutely. Right, we're going to take ourselves some gravel, some stone, some andesite, some mud bricks, which again looks so cool, some brick blocks, some stone slabs, a very damaged anvil, which is the first time I'm using this in a tutorial, so woohoo, and a grass block as well. Okay then, so we're going to do a little bit of landscaping here. We're going to firstly take ourselves our stone and our gravel. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline everything with stone for now, but you will need to alternate with your gravel when we come on to the final product, so I'll show you how to do that at the end. But we're going to outline with stone for now, just to keep it less confusing. Mostly so I don't confuse myself. Right, we're going to go to here, fill that in with stone, and this is going to be our very, very border, like our very edge of the border for our road. So we'll come along here. We want to continue this along, so right through here, and through to the next pile. Then it goes along here, and this is where it starts to kind of go a bit weird. So we'll go for 1 there. Then we want to go up 2 just here. Then we're going to go up here, and then out for 2, kind of leaving a square there. Then we're going to make this 3, so 1, 2, 3, back up that way. Then we're going to go diagonally for 2, and we'll go up for a single one, just there, so that's now 2 on that side as well. Then we want to go for 2 again just here, and then 1, 2, 3 on this side like so. Then we'll do ourselves 2. We'll go for 1, 1, and then here for 1, 2, 3 as well, like so. And now we're almost at the very edge. We do another one here, and this one starts to go along for quite a long time, so it goes that way. Perfect. If you'd like to pause the video just here to go ahead and copy my one, if you got a little bit lost or anything, feel free to do it. Awesome, that actually looks really neat. Sweet, okay. Good stuff. What I love most about this tutorial is the fact that the building basically builds itself. I don't mean it actually like, you know, builds itself. That would be so cool. Save us a lot of time. But no. What I mean is like the borders and stuff for the road and the building itself. We actually border everything first, which means that we can actually go ahead and start to build the building from its foundation, which is very unusual for doing a Minecraft tutorial. We usually have to like build it from, you know, the actual like dimensions like this, and it's a very long process, but this one actually helps us out, which is nice. I didn't build that in mind, but yeah, I'm really happy that came about. So that was pretty cool. So if we come on down to the building over here that we already built, we want to go 3 blocks back from the arch. 1, 2, 3. Now on the 4th one, we add in a mud brick just here. Then we'll go for ourselves with 1 block of stone, 1 block of gravel, 2 more blocks of stone just here. This is kind of where we start the alternating, and we're eventually going to make all this alternate with our stone and gravel, but we'll do that afterwards. Then we'll do another mud brick up here, 2 more brick block, 2 more mud brick, 2 more brick block. Back up this way for the step, we add in ourselves stone slabs from here, and just that mud block there. Cool. Making it look uneven on purpose. Again, we want that really like run down sort of look. And as this is a steelworks and it's not like a, you know, a nice pretty kind of place, it's a very industrial building, we need to make it look like it's being used quite a lot. Good stuff. Right, then we'll come back down to this way and we'll do 3 mud bricks like so. Then we can do 2 brick block, 2 mud bricks and 2 brick block just here. Now we want to leave enough space for the road so we can get like trucks and stuff past here. So this is where we start to do our corner. For the corner, we're going to go for 1 singular mud brick, another one, brick block, and another mud brick here. And then as you can see, we've left quite a bit of space, so we'll now bring this back around the corner. Mud bricks here for 2, 2 more brick blocks, 2 more mud bricks, brick blocks here for 2. I did actually forget myself one material. You can take a brick stair if you wish, and slap it on that one just there. This will allow for people to get onto this platform, which is pretty cool. And then we'll continue with our mud bricks for 3, just here. 1 brick block goes here. Then we'll do a brick block, mud brick, and brick block. Then we'll do a brick block and 2 mud bricks going back in on themselves now. Brick block here, 2 more mud bricks, 2 more brick blocks, and then 2 more mud bricks going upwards this time towards our granite building. Then we'll do a singular brick block, 3 mud bricks, and then a singular brick block up there like so. And that will bring us up to an iron door that goes kind of here, like a double iron door that we'll have to do when we build the actual steelworks. But as you can see, it's starting to mark itself out, which is awesome. So we know that beyond this point is going to be building, and through this way, all landscaping, which is wicked. It's very helpful. Okay then, so back to doing our road and stuff. We now know that the edge of the kind of raised platform is where we start to curve our road back in, so we can use this corner to our advantage as well. So here we're going to bring this one right down so that we are 2 blocks away from the border, so just here. Now we know that's going to be there, so that's fine. So we'll do 2 blocks that way, going to the right. We're going to try and connect to that one just there. Let me just double check it is 2 blocks away. So yeah, it's always worth double checking your work. So here I'm a little bit off, so I'm just going to move this one up just a little bit. So I've now got 3 grass blocks between me and the border now, which is perfect. Now I can take myself my stone again and go here just for a block like so, and then I'm going to go under the hedge. So where we have the hedge here, we kind of want blocks to be underneath it. As you can see, it's going to connect there. This won't be seen because we have the hedge of course over the top of it, but it's very important that we build this anyways. So we build this in here and that will connect to that one. So yeah, like that. Sorry guys, I got myself really confused because we haven't filled it all in yet. I was like looking at it as if it was filled in, but no, that is absolutely going to be perfect. So that is what you need just here. As long as you're in line with that one, with this 2 blocks, leaving a 3 block gap between you and the border, all is awesome. So now let's continue. Let's take a stone block here for 1, then we'll do 3 to our left over here, then we'll do 1 block, and then we'll do 2 up to the left, excuse my voice, 1 up here, and then we're going to go along for 20 blocks on their own. So past the 1, up here to the left for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That is worth double checking just in case, because it's quite important that we get this one done. So let's check it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Perfect. Now back down this end, we're going to go for 1, 2 blocks just here. Then we'll do another 2 blocks coming down diagonally. And then we'll go right to the edge of the border just up here. This is where our fence gate is going to be. So we can do that just like so. And we're going to leave ourselves 7 blocks for the actual road kind of width here. So 1 is already there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we build this back up to the same position as before, just to there. We'll do 2 again up this side. Then we'll add ourselves 1 up here. Then we want to do 3 blocks to the left like so. And this way we can start to integrate some of our anvils. This is going to be for like a barrier. You know, you see these barriers on the motorway or the freeway or the highway. they're going to be like stopping cars from crashing into the corner, basically. So we're going to go for one just here. Lovely little ting sound. Just next to that, two a block away. Two up this way. One just here. We're going to do ourselves another... We'll spin around for these ones. So we'll go diagonally away from that one for two. And then two up here. And then just a single one up there, like so. Cool. So now let's continue the pathway, or the roadway. So we have this one. We're going to go up two more just here, like so. Perfect, leaving a space of two between the anvils and the road. Then we'll do one. And then we're going to come right up to the anvil here. And this one's going to go up and along. Now this one goes up for 9 blocks in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just like so. Then we'll come up to the top and we'll go back in on ourselves for just a 1. Another 1. Upwards for 2. Diagonally again. 1, 1, 1. I think so. Oh, only 2 ones, but this one up here is going to be worth 4. So we have number 1, 2, 3, 4. So back into the right, like so. Fly up just so you can see. If you do need to pause the video, always remember it's there. Perfect. So now we have the 4 up here. We're going to come out for 3, going to the right again. Then we'll drop back down and go to the right for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then back down for 1. 1, up for 1. Then we're going to do ourselves 4. 1, 2, 3. I think it's 4. I'm going to go for 4 just in case. It is 4. Okay. I'm going to do another 4 directly next to it. Then I'm going to go 2, and then I'm going to go 1. The reason for this is I'm going to add in slabs just beyond that point, and then I'm going to add in some more blocks behind this. And that's going to be like a step up to the actual platform, where you can probably load the steel onto the trucks and things. Cool. I'm also going to start myself a little gravel trail, just by going 2 blocks in the floor here, and that will go to the left there, like so. Back along this way. The reason we need the grass block is for this section here. We go 1, 2, 3 blocks next to the slabs and blocks. Then we'll go 4 blocks just here. Then we're going to take ourselves stone slabs for, let's go for 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we do ourselves 3 lots of 4 like that. Then we need to kind of section this area off of grass, so we just do 2 blocks here. Then our 4 blocks just in here. And then this one is going to go right back down to the edge of the building. So we already know that this is going to be a corner. So again, we can use this for our main building. Okay then, so for the staircase just up here, we can go with 3 blick. You know, I literally had to like stop recording a second to sort my voice out and like, you know, stop saying blick. And I just did it again. 3 mud brick blocks just there on the corner, even. And then we're going to take ourselves 3 brick blocks just here. So that is up to the slab. Then past the slab we do 2 mud bricks, 2 brick blocks, 1 mud brick, 2 brick blocks, and then 3 mud bricks just around the corner there. And as you'll notice, that is just before we reach that one over there, which is actually perfect, because this is where the new wall is going to be for the building. And that is going to be, like I said, the doors are going to be just here. Epic. This is perfect. Good stuff. Alright. So now back towards the other direction. We're going to need to take ourselves 2 more brick blocks just here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to spin myself right around to get this sorted. Then we'll do 2 more mud bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4 brick block. 2 mud bricks. 1 brick block. 1 mud brick. 3 brick blocks. 2 mud bricks. 1 brick block. 2 mud bricks. 2 brick blocks. 2 mud bricks. I'm like a really bad rap. Then we're going to do ourselves 1 brick block, 3 mud bricks up here, and then we get to the corner down this way. By the way, these mud bricks do have themselves some anvils on, for like a railing, just there for 3. Then back this way we go along for, I think it's just going to be, it looks like it's just brick blocks for these 3. You know what, I'm going to add a mud brick in the middle anyways, just to separate it all, like so. And then I'm going to add myself my railing on for 3. Beyond this way, I'm going to do 2 more brick blocks. 2 mud bricks, 3 brick blocks just here. 3, or should I do 4? You know what, I'm going to do 4. A mud brick, brick block, and a mud brick just there. So now for the anvils just around the corner, I'm going to go with 2 brick blocks just here, and a mud brick, and then place my heavily damaged anvils on top. Then I'm going to do 2 more brick blocks, 2 more mud bricks, 1, 2, 3 brick blocks, 1 mud brick, brick block, and a final mud brick up here, like so. Perfect. Now you can see where every piece of road is going to be, so just in this space here. Now what we're going to do lastly is we're going to come up to this kind of shed over here. We're going to separate it from the main road by adding in andesite, and we're also going to separate it from the main building by adding in an andesite bit as well. So the next task is a very, very mighty one. We're going to go ahead and finish this up with andesite, so every grass block in here needs to now be andesite, and every block in the border of our stone is going to be stone and gravel, like a mixture of the two. Here you can imagine like an imaginary wall just here, so don't worry about that. So just literally from there, like so. And then in this stone border, you go ahead and use yourself the stone and gravel. Let me show you what I mean. So if we come up here, you can see what I'm on about. We just kind of dot the gravel around. It's not really too heavy, but it just adds like a little bit of grit to the road and makes it more textured. So yeah, that's what we're going to do next. You guys got this, don't worry. I know it looks like a very, very like challenging section, but like I said, put your tunes on, put your music on, and it's not going to be too bad at all. We've got this. And andesite, of course, in the shed. Let's go for it. Okay then, assassins, we're going to call it a day in a moment because we have worked extremely hard here. And also, as we've done quite a lot of repetitive sections, I feel that it would be unfair to teach you like a bunch more stuff and then, you know, for it to be really like dragging on. So we're going to leave it for an episode 2. But we have made, like I said, some insane progress, and we've actually landscaped the entire area now, which means that when it comes on to building the building in this next episode, it is going to be pretty simple to do. So we should definitely be proud of that. We're now going to take some grass blocks, some spruce fences, some blocks of iron, an iron trapdoor, a lever, stone buttons, polished andesite stairs, iron bars, and finally an anvil as well. Just a normal anvil this time. We're going to come up to the granite building over here. We're going to go to this block of the kind of archway next to the window over here. We're going to come a block away from the building, so we're just out from, you know, the actual roof up here. I'm going to build fence going upwards for 12 blocks for now. So 1 already, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like so. On the 12th one, we can come out the side for 1 fence like so. Oh, actually, no. You know what? We're not gonna. We're gonna leave that. We're gonna go up again for a 13, and we're gonna build 2 fences out the back like so. Now we're gonna stick iron blocks on the forward 2, and iron blocks on the back 2, like this. This is gonna be for a little like telegraph pole. We'll stick ourselves a lever here and a lever on this one. That lever can stay the right way, but this one needs to be flipped around the other way. And then we're gonna add in ourselves 2 more fences, 1 and 2 just here, with a fence here, here, and here, so above the iron like so. Then we'll do ourselves a lever on this one, and a lever on this one, both facing the same way this time, like that. You can have it facing the sort of opposite directions if you want to kind of go into the middle, but for those top 2, that looks fine like that. This just adds a little bit more detail over here, and makes it look like a proper sort of city building. Take some iron trapdoors for the underside of the iron, and then, yeah, that is completed. Awesome. Now onwards to the next one. There's another one just around the corner here, and it starts next to this first lot of 3 mud bricks. So we're going to take ourselves some spruce fences for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the 10th one, you can come out the sides for just 1 each. Then we'll stick stone buttons on these like that. Then we'll do 1 more block in the middle, 1 more fence, and there's another one. Simple as that. All good. Alright, now we'll take ourselves back down to the exterior kind of fence gates and stuff. And we're going to take ourselves the grass block in replacement of our dirt, basically. It'll become dirt anyways because this is a very heavy material. So we're going to build ourselves grass blocks going along until we reach the corner of our wall just here. So literally to that one just there. We stop right there because this is where we drop down. So we can knock that block off and stick ourselves our first stair going here, in line with that one just there. Back along this way, all the way across the top of these grass blocks, and then we're going to do the 2 layers of iron bars for our fence. Just here like so. I think this looks really cool. Very like official, I think. It's pretty cool. Then we'll do 2 more up this side like so. Actually, you can do 3 here just for the first one, and then we'll do 2 now on the layer of it, like that. Then we're going to do ourselves these stairs going right the way along until they reach the grass block up here. Now the grass block is just there, so in line between the 2 lots of stairs over there, well, slab stairs, we end on the final lot of grass blocks, just there. Perfect. Make sure to add in your iron bars for these 2 layers, right the way back down this way, and here as well. And then we need to bring it down a section, so just past here for these 3 like normal, and then we go 2 until we reach ourselves the fence gate down this way. There's also going to be another telegraph pole, but we're going to build that in episode 2 just because it's a little bit more complex than the previous 2. So we'll come right up to the grass block before reaching the stone here with our iron bars. Then we'll stick ourselves 2 anvils just stacked on top of each other like so, and then we'll stick ourselves an iron trapdoor on top of this, so shift or crouch click in order to place it like so. Do yourselves iron bars right the way start that again, right the way across the road here for the 7 blocks of road, and of course 2 layers of iron bars again to keep the fence the same. Then we do 2 anvils on this side again, and then of course your iron trapdoor on top of that one, just like that. Makes it more official, makes it look like a palace rather than a steelworks, but either way, still looks good. Then we'll take an iron bar again and we'll go along for 10 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. 10 like so. And then for the next one we'll go for 11. Gotta have an 11 somewhere in a Stranger Things tutorial. And there it is. Perfect. Basically that one connects to a tree that goes down here. So you plant like a normal oak tree, and then you just extend the leaves to be in line with the fence basically. So the border becomes fence. What? The border becomes leaves, even. Awesome. Now, the final thing to do with these materials is we take the grass blocks that we have here, we go along to this one just here on our brick, and we'll bring it right the way back to that mud brick. Then we'll do another layer, but we'll stop 2 blocks before the end. Then we'll go back in 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go back in for 2 blocks again, I believe so. You know what, I'm going to bring this out and then see how it looks. 2 blocks here. Yeah, it looks good. And then we'll do just a single 2 blocks up there, like so. Cool. You can obviously change this up how you wish, so you can actually leave that to 3 as well. Yeah, that looks a bit better actually. Like so. Nice one. And now you can see, this is where the steelworks is going to be. So, yeah, that's awesome. Very nice work, guys. Seriously, you should be proud of this because it is very difficult. We're basically building like a diorama from scratch, and it is quite tricky. So yeah, definitely give yourselves a pat on the back for that one. Well, thank you so much for watching this first episode of Brimborn Steelworks built in Minecraft. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. I understand that this is going to be a very long tutorial, so once again, thank you for staying tuned. If you guys did enjoy this first part, please be sure to drop a like on it. That would be awesome. If you're geared up and excited for part number 2, which will be out very shortly, I'm going to try and get these done, you know, very quick succession so you can get them built all together. So if you're excited for that one, please drop a comment in the comments, obviously, and let me know what you're looking forward to building the most. Maybe it's the basement, the Brimborn sign to give it a bit more of a trademark look, or even some of the structural details. I'd love to hear. But yeah, let me know. And if you are new around here, welcome to the Assassinhood. Thank you very much for joining me for your first tutorial here. I really hope you had a good time, and I hope I didn't mess up too much to bug you. If you want to stick around for more tutorials and stuff coming in the future, this is my Stranger Things world, so I do actually have a bunch of stuff on here. Actually, behind me right there is a tutorial coming soon, so it's coming in the new year, and that is the entire Hawkins Square, so that is going to be a massive tutorial to get done. So yeah, if you are interested, please consider subscribing today for free. That'll be epic. If you're also on social media, so am I. You can go ahead and check me out with the links in the description below. And yeah, that is everything for today. Like I said, episode 2 will be out very, very shortly, so be on the lookout for it. Until the next time, guys, you take the best of care. Have an excellent one, stay safe, and I'll see you very soon. Goodbye for now.